Today's video is sponsored by MacLeod. Welcome to rSlash Relationship Advice, where a woman threatens to kick her teenage daughter out of the house if she doesn't donate her eggs. I'm an 18-year-old girl, and my mother wants me to donate eggs so she can have kids with her fiancé. There's a lot to this, and good God, it's a mess. I go off to college in August. I turned 18 at the end of May. When I was about 14, my mother asked me if I would be willing to help her have a baby one day. I said yes, without understanding what it all entailed. She's holding me to this, even though I've since changed my mind. My mom has been threatening to kick me out over my refusal. She's pressuring me to sign a contract that would bind me to one cycle sometime before I turn 30, and she's even discussed me carrying a baby for her once I'm done with school. I feel very nervous about this, and I'm trying to stall out until I'm no longer under her roof. I can't afford to move out. I'm not sure if I could eventually get out of this contract if I were to sign it, but I don't want to risk it. Her fiancé is totally cool with this. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to make plans to maybe stay with a friend, but I'm hoping to find a way out of this with my personal items. I know my mom will hold these things hostage, so to speak. What kind of logic is that? You promised me when you were just a child that I could use your eggs, even though when I phrased the question it was super vague and ambiguous and you had no way of knowing what I actually meant. OP, you should not feel guilty about backing out of that deal. Your mom has issues, and if you're not comfortable giving away your eggs, then that's totally fine. If your mom wants someone else's eggs so badly, then there are plenty of other options available to her that don't rely on you giving up your eggs. So yeah, I agree that you should probably leave the house as soon as possible. And if you try to move out and your mom won't give you your stuff, you can call the cops because that's illegal. Our next Reddit post is from Throwaway Do I Stink? I've been with my boyfriend for over a year and everything's been great except for one thing. Every single day, at least once, he'll tell me that I stink and smell of body odor. When we met, I showered every day, applied regular deodorant in the morning, brushed my teeth 3 times a day. Now, I'm so paranoid about smelling bad that I shower at least twice a day. I apply new industrial strength deodorant every few hours. I have a reminder on my phone, perfume, and I brush my teeth anytime I eat or drink something that isn't water. I feel like I'm going crazy. I didn't think I smelled bad in the beginning, and I don't think I smell bad now, but I obviously smell bad to him, right? I'm that weirdo who keeps sneakily smelling their own armpits. I've been to the doctor, and he said there's nothing medically wrong. It's honestly gotten to the point where I literally shove my armpit in friends and family's faces asking if I smell bad. They all say that I don't smell like body odor at all. One friend even said I smelled too clean, like a Lush store. I'm getting so paranoid. He won't cuddle or anything when he says I smell. I really don't know what more I can do. And then, after getting a lot of support down in the comments, OP posted an update. So, unexpected edit. I waited for him to make a comment this morning so I could talk to him. It was less than an hour after waking up that he said, "God, you stink!" I had already showered and put on deodorant. I snapped and asked what exactly he was smelling because at this point, I'm one of the cleanest people on the planet. And if I still smell bad to him, then we should just break up. He got all panicked and upset. I eventually got out of him that this is what his father always said to his mother. Apparently, his father told him that this was a surefire technique to have a woman never leave you because she'll feel too low to cheat, will love only you, and will always be clean. Needless to say, his father is wrong. He's packing his things and moving out of my house today. Down in the comments, I've got to agree with Soft Serve Taco. Imagine telling a girl she smells to make her want you more. Man, people are stupid. My girlfriend told me she was with a friend, but that friend was with me picking out an engagement ring. How do I confront my girlfriend about her lie? God, this is a doozy. I swear, my life feels like a movie right now. Sorry for the weird formatting. I'm on mobile and this is my first time posting on a sub like this. I'm a 28-year-old male and I'm planning on proposing to my girlfriend of 3 years, who's 26. Now, I suck at picking out jewelry. I'm the type of guy who doesn't see a problem with heart-shaped jewelry. Seriously, why is it considered so ugly? So every time I want to buy something for my girl, I usually consult one of our mutual friends. My girlfriend's best friends are all friends with me as well, and we all get along well, so asking them for help picking out jewelry is something I'm used to. When it came time to pick out a ring, I consulted my girlfriend's best friend Justine. Justine and I are quite close, and she knows my girlfriend better than anyone, including me. So when my girlfriend went out to visit her sister and baby nephew, I invited Justine over to the house to help pick out a ring. Justine and I looked through a few catalogs, but decided it was a dead end and it would be better to go to professionals at a jewelry store. However, I didn't know when my girlfriend would be coming home, so Justine and I thought of a clever text to gauge how much time we had. I asked her when she'd be coming home, as I was ordering takeout and wanted to know when to tell them to have the food ready by. She responded by saying it would be a few hours. She met up with Justine to go shopping. Now, obviously, this took me by surprise since Justine was standing inside my house. I showed Justine the text, and she looked as confused as I was. It isn't out of the ordinary for my girlfriend to meet up with people out of the blue like that for shopping, lunch, etc. She's a very spontaneous person and loves making plans on the fly. So, ordinarily, I would have believed this text in a heartbeat. However, obviously, this had to be a lie. When she came home, she acted completely normal, and I played along, but it's been really hard to act like everything's fine. We got takeout, ate together, and cuddled on the couch after. So far, she's caught on a little that something's upsetting me, but I just can't tell her what. Looking at her kills me. I don't know what to do. My girlfriend and I have zero trust issues, and we tell each other everything, so this lie is killing me. I want to ask her about it so bad, but if I tell her I know she's lying, I'd have to explain why, and I really don't want to do that. What do I do? I know she lied to me, but I don't know how to confront her about it. Should I just forget it? This won't stop gnawing at me. Please help. And down in the comments, there's like a 50-50 split between she's cheating on you versus she's picking out rings for you. And luckily, OP posted an update. I decided to confront my girlfriend. I thought about using some of the lies people suggested, but they just wouldn't make sense. If I were to say that I ran into Justine somewhere, well, I told my girlfriend I had to stay home and do stuff around the house, and that's why I couldn't go with her to see her sister-in-law. To say Justine was helping me pick out a normal piece of jewelry, it doesn't make sense for her to come all the way to our house to help me pick out a piece of jewelry unless it's a serious piece of jewelry, like an engagement ring. If I just wanted to get her a piece of jewelry as a gift, I'd ask her friends for suggestions or ask them to send me pictures of jewelry she might like. It all happens over text. None of the excuses made sense, so I decided to be honest. I basically just said that I knew we'd been thinking about marriage and she probably knew a proposal was coming soon, so I invited Justine over to help me find her the perfect ring. And that just so happened to be the day that she said she was seeing her, so what's the deal? She immediately started grinning like an idiot and prodding me about proposing in the ring. But then we got back onto the topic of where she was and she confessed what she was really doing. No, she wasn't cheating, and no, she wasn't picking out a ring for me. The amount of times that was commented was crazy. So some people are dog people and some people are cat people. Well, me, I'm a snake person. But I never felt like I was able to get one because my girlfriend has always been uneasy about living with a snake, which I completely respected. Also, the process of buying and raising a snake is very different than that of buying and raising a dog or cat. It's quite complicated. So you can imagine my surprise when my girlfriend showed me a picture of her holding the cutest Kenyan sand boa I've ever seen. Needless to say, my girlfriend was going to surprise me with a snake. We're picking her up next week. I definitely did not expect this, and I feel bad for ruining the surprise, but oh well. Life is good. Sorry if this isn't the ending you guys wanted or expected, it's just a snake. Thanks for reading. Come on, OP, what do you mean this isn't the ending we wanted? Who doesn't love a happy ending? You and your girlfriend seem perfect for each other, and this is a super wholesome post, so I'm glad everything worked out, OP. Also, for those of you who aren't familiar with Reddit, when a post is really high quality or funny or whatever, random people can buy awards for that post. There's a bunch of different rewards like Reddit Gold, Reddit Silver, the Poop Knife Award, and also a Snake Award. This post got 503 Snake Awards, which is the most Snake Awards I've ever seen on Reddit. My dog growled at my 3-year-old niece after she spent an entire evening harassing him. Now, my brother wants me to put the dog down. Hi everyone, I fostered a multitude of dogs in my life and dealt with a lot of behavioral problems. Dog aggression, cat aggression, food aggression, separation anxiety, super high prey drives. I've seen it all, and I've certainly encountered my fair share of dogs who weren't safe around small children. So I feel extremely confident in saying that my current 5-year-old lab mix is safe for kids. He's basically a gigantic teddy bear and loves everyone. However, it's always been my personal philosophy that dogs, and any other animal really, should never be left alone with young kids, even if it's the sweetest, most mild-mannered dog in the world. The kids don't understand when they're pushing the dog past its limits, and the dog cannot reasonably be expected to put up with being harassed long after it signaled that it would like to be left alone. My niece has never been good with my dog. She pulls his tail, climbs on him, lays on him, hits him, pulls his ears, gets in his face and yells at him, and never gives him a second to himself unless she's forced to. He's basically a saint with her, but every dog has its limits. I stay on top of this behavior as I can, forcing her to leave him alone when it starts to seem like too much, and locking him away in a bedroom if she won't. My brother and sister-in-law really just don't get it though. I've tried to talk to them about this behavior a bunch of times, and they know it's wrong, but they think it's wrong in the same way that her refusing to share or not picking up her toys is wrong. They don't understand that it's dangerous, and that if she was left alone long enough, my dog might lose it and attack her. This has been going on for over a year. I've tried to have this conversation with my brother over and over, but he always acts like I'm criticizing his parenting, which isn't the case. I don't think my niece is especially bratty or out of control for a kid that age. It's just that this behavior is dangerous to both her and my dog, and it needs constant intervention. The same way that a small kid playing with a stove isn't especially bratty, it's just especially dangerous and needs to be curbed ASAP. I even tried to have a dog trainer friend explain this to him, and he still didn't get it. I've tried to come up with excuses for why we can never meet at my house for our family hangouts, but I couldn't think of one the other day, and my brother and niece came over. I was cooking dinner and not paying enough attention to make sure my dog was okay, which was absolutely my fault, and I accept responsibility. I asked my brother a few times to keep her away from the dog, but he kept saying she was fine. I did move my niece away from him a few times, but I wasn't vigilant enough. And my dog ended up getting to the end of his rope and growling at my niece. I immediately grabbed my dog and brought him into my bedroom. I didn't punish him at all. Frankly, I'm glad that he signaled loud and clear that he was uncomfortable. I would never want to discourage him from doing that, because then, next time, he'd skip the growling and go straight to attacking. I came out of the room, ready to talk to my brother about how this is what I've been talking about. But he was furious, yelling that my dog is a menace who should be put down, and left. I completely understood his reaction. That's his daughter, and he was afraid for her, and nothing else mattered to him. But he hasn't calmed down at all since this happened, and won't talk to me except to say that my dog needs to be put down, and he won't be speaking to me until it's done. He also tried to involve our parents, who said they will absolutely not be getting involved. They know my niece's behavior with my dog has been a problem in the past. I haven't heard from my sister-in-law at all, which makes me think she might agree with me. Knowing her personality type, I don't really think she'd sit out a fight like this if she thought my dog was dangerous. The way I see it, this is solely my fault and my brother's fault. I shouldn't have allowed my niece to harass my dog. I knew what could happen. And I was more concerned about how upset my brother got when I tried to bring it up than I was about my niece's safety. I should have just said my niece wasn't allowed around my dog until she got a bit older and dealt with whatever fallout there was within my family. Similarly, my brother should have kept a better eye on his kid and not been so defensive when I tried to explain the problem. My dog, on the other hand, put up with being harassed for over a year, and when he was finally pushed to his limits, signaled very loudly and harmlessly that he needed to be removed from the situation. He is not dangerous, and I will not put him down. My brother's now saying that the entire family has sided with the dog over his child, which is not the case. It's just that there's a lot of other solutions to this problem. I'm perfectly happy to crate my dog when they come over, or leave him in another room, or just never have them over again and hang out somewhere else. There's no reason for my niece to ever see my dog again, and I'd be happy to talk over a solution with him. It's just he won't talk to me at all, and I don't know what to do. Should I give him more time to cool off? Should I go over to his house and try to talk? I don't want to ruin this relationship. We're very close. But I'm just not putting my dog down over this. OP, your brother sounds like a grade A jerkface. He doesn't educate or monitor his child, and then when that child pushes a dog too far, he gets upset at the dog because of it? I agree with you, OP. You should absolutely stand your ground on this one. I mean, yeah, work it out with your brother if you can, but putting the dog down is ridiculous. Your niece isn't the only one in this situation who needs to grow up. I was super psyched when Mac Weldon said they were going to sponsor my channel because, no joke, this is my favorite clothing line. They approached me like a year ago and offered to sponsor my channel, and I was like, cool, free clothes, I'll do a sponsorship. So they sent me a pair, I did a review, and that was kind of it. But then I wore the shorts the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then I went out and bought like several $100s worth of pants, shorts, and underwear because I genuinely love this clothing. It's super comfortable, super durable, it looks good, and best of all, they've got this pair of underwear that's like laced with silver, which is a natural antimicrobial, so it prevents it from stinking. And when you're a YouTuber like me who basically spends 12 hours a day in the basement looking at the internet, then this type of clothing is perfect. And if you're like, whatever, this guy's just saying this because he's getting paid to, then we are so confident that you'll like this clothing that if you get a pair of Mac Weldon underwear and don't like it, then you can just keep it and not return it for free. Additionally, they have a free loyalty program called Weldon Blue. Hitting level 1 gets you free shipping for life, and once you reach level 2 by spending $200, Mac Weldon will start giving you 20% off every order for the next year. And on top of that, you can get 20% off your first order by visiting macweldon.com//. That was r// relationship advice, and if you like this content, then check out my Patreon where I publish extra videos. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.